Hello YouTubers, subscribers, and friends, and welcome to my channel. It is 9:45 a.m. September 6, 2020. Look at this humidity. We had a huge monsoon storm last night. We've been having monsoon rains every day. The grounds are all wet and muddy. My dog's right there. Go see Brownie. That's Brownie. So my sister dropped off these books to me this morning. She works in a storage unit place where she rents storage out. And these people were clearing out their storage unit and they didn't want these books anymore. Because the family members whose storage unit was passed away, so they were throwing everything away. And my sister asked me, send me a text with some pictures and said, would you like these books? And these books are very old newspaper clippings from 1947 to 1950. So she just dropped them off. I'm going to go in and take a look at them. They're pretty cool, I think. So this book is 1947. This is 1950. I just got back from walking Jerry at the park. Right, Jerry Lee? He's like, for some reason, he doesn't like these books. So let's take a look at these books. Let's open them up. What I like about them is that they're in very, very good shape. They're not in perfect shape, but they're in very, very good shape. And here we go. The very first one is from the Cactus Chronicles, Tucson, Arizona, October 2nd, 1947. So the Cactus Chronicles still exist. You can Google them and look them up yourself, but they look completely different now. What I like about these, I've looked through these books already, is the advertisement in these books are very funny. You see how the people dressed back in 1947 in Tucson, Arizona. Originally, I'm from California, and we moved to Kentucky when I was about, I don't know, 6 or 7. And then when my father passed away, my mother moved us to Tucson around 10 and a half years old. So I love Tucson. When we lived here as a kid, growing up as a kid, the University of Arizona was very big. Everybody was into the University of Arizona. But today, here it is, 2020, what I say, September 6, 2020. Nobody really cares about the University of Arizona anymore. I mean, everybody as a kid, when I was growing up, that's all everybody talked about, Arizona Wildcats. And that's why I'm such a big fan of the Arizona Wildcats, is because it was really, really popular when I was growing up, you know, in the 70s. So the cartoons in this newspaper ads is very funny also. And a lot of these stores that, like Green's Pet Shop, it's not here anymore. This 1947. Look at the helmets that they wore back then, the football teams. So I'm just going to go through these clippings very quick, or newspaper, and the paper is very good. This one's got kind of like a shine to it. It's very good. You know, there's some rips and tears in the pages, but what I was saying that I like about it is the ads are crazy funny. There's a lot of cigarette ads in these newspapers. Yeah, football player here. That's Dick Keefe. Meet the Badgers. Ladies golf team here. A lot of these stores and stuff that I've seen in the ads here are gone. Some of them are just like rundown buildings and stuff like that. To dance, to live, to love. The unfinished dance. Look how the people dressed back then. So this is completely different than what I usually put. I love old stuff like this, especially, you know, in good condition. I've read some of these stories. It's very interesting, some of these stories. In the 1950s book, there's a lot more cigarette ads than here. Like I said, this is 1947. Be the proud owner of your own high school buckle. Now this Amphi High School is still here, and Tucson High School is still here. I remember growing up in the 70s, belt buckles were huge. I had a huge brass belt buckle myself that said Chevy, because you know, everybody was like Chevy Fords back then. And just some of the headlines. Look at the way the women's hairs are. So if you like Arizona and you're interested in Arizona stuff, you know, this might be something you'd be interested in checking out. I don't know why the people who own this was going to throw it away. Here's a cartoon right here. Maybe we'll make 4-string next year. You know, the Arizona Wildcats, that was really popular when I was growing up. That's why I like the Arizona Wildcats so much. But just the advertisements. Look at these glasses. The new merry-go-round pattern in Libby glassware. My sister was telling me that, because my sister is very creative, very artsy, and she was thinking about just tearing the papers out and making like collages, like some kind of, I don't know what she called it, but look at this right here, it's called Taboo. Look at the cat, she's like going to play with it. Now these pages are different than these pages. These are more darker color, looks like. They don't have the shine. Oops. Just tore it a little bit. Very delicate. Now I'm going to just flip through these really quick. Big football. Arizona, Tucson was it's a big thing in Tucson back in the 1947s. Even in the, up to the 70s, look at the Pepsi Cola. That looks cool. Now I went on eBay, because the reason I wanted these is because I like old stuff and I like to flip stuff. I like to sell stuff, old stuff like this. And I was telling my sister if she didn't want it to give it to me, because maybe, you know, I can put it on my wife's Facebook marketplace, or try to sell it on eBay or something like that. I don't know. These are pretty cool. Let me just flip through these a little bit faster. Now, Merry Christmas. There's a big thing. Yaqui Indians. Growing up here in Tucson, I had a good friend of mine. He was a Yaqui Indian. His name was Robert. It's not even an Indian name. But he said, if I told you my Indian name, you wouldn't be able to pronounce it. This paper is completely different. It's all Christmas stuff. My name is Jimmy. Well, I don't know if these are Christmas stories or not, but let's flip through these really quick. Right, Cleo? She likes it. Here's the ads. You don't see advertisements like this anymore. That's another reason why I was interested in it, because I thought maybe if I took pictures and put it on Facebook Marketplace, somebody that was an advertisement, you know, who writes with these type of pens anymore? Nobody. Right? This one has a hood for $15.99. And you can see what the prices of clothing are back then. Right here, look at this motorcycle, and check out that microphone. Our store is headquarters for photography. Capos Camera Company. No, that's not there no more. The roads on Congress Street, that's downtown area, are pretty much all gone. Those big stores like that. This store right here, never heard of it. All Christmas. 1948 now. Graduation features 1948 mid-year seniors receiving diplomas. So, I mean, I make a lot of videos. My channel is about anything and everything going on in my life. I got all kinds of stuff going on in my life. Got a lot of desert stuff, cactus stuff, wild animals. And so, since this is part of Arizona, I wanted to include this in a video, because it's Arizona, 1947, 1948, 1950s. You can see the advertisements from the 1947s and 1948s. We're in 1948 now. It's completely different than the advertisements in 1950. Like this is, it's got a lot of Pepsi Cola and Coca-Cola advertisements. Steinfeld, this is still here. Look how the contestants for Rodeo Queen, look how they dressed. I mean, look at it. Look at the women's hair and stuff like that. So, 1948. This is what Arizona was like in 1948. Let's flip through here some more. Here's another Pepsi Cola. Another Levi's. And basketball players, right? Tennis. Tennis was really popular in the 70s. I remember my brother was on the tennis team, and he was way into tennis and racquetball. That's where I learned how to play racquetball with my brother. He always wanted to practice, so he'd take me with him, and we would go play racquetball. And when I lived in Florida, I played racquetball every weekend. I played racquetball in the morning, and I played golf in the afternoon. And then we'd go to the beach and go swimming. Here's another Coca-Cola for 5 cents. Now, in the 1950s, in this book in the 1950s, is going to show you they have a lot of tobacco advertisements, and it cracks me up really how much they push cigarette smoking in the 50s. There's another. These alone right here are cool. I think I'm going to take pictures of these and put them on my Instagram because I just find them extremely interesting. The Green's Pet Shop, no longer here. You know, the Wild Western cartoons and drawings they have. Acme Printing Company. I know where this is at. It's still there, but it's in like an abandoned building. This is over there by Grant and Stone area. It looks like San Xavier Mission right there. Cactus Chronicles. You can Google them. They're still around. Flip through these some more, and then we'll go over to the 1950s. Cowboy boots, Western girl. Yeah, the advertisements are completely different from the 1948s, 1947, 48s to the 1950s. Look at that. 1950 style looking there. Tucson is a huge sports town. Phoenix is more sports now here in 2020, but in the 70s, yeah, Tucson, everybody was, you know, Arizona Wildcats, basketball team, football teams. Look at the motorcycle. It's way too muddy to go out and hiking. I haven't been hiking for about a month now, just because with just the monsoon seasons, it's just got everything all muddy, and you get out on the trails, like even at the park today when I was walking Jerry, the gnats, they just try to go up your nose, and it drives me crazy. So this time of the year, I don't go out into the desert much, so I do other things. But this is a big book. Look at this. It looks like I Dream of Jeannie right there. Oliver appears as Henry V. Alright, let's go over to the 1950s advertisement and see what it was like in 1950s. Arizona Wildcat. Okay, this is the very first page. This is September 15th, 1950. So it's September 6th, 2020 now. So this is how old this newspaper is. And you do the math. The paper is completely different. What does that say? University building boom hits 3,250,000 mark. I don't know what that's about. But you could spend days reading about this stuff. Like this right here, Mexican Foods Ponchos. This thing is still hanging right here. Grant Road, 3364 Grant Road, downtown. It's near the freeway, actually. But the restaurant isn't there anymore. It's an abandoned building. What else here? Where to go in Tucson. This is still there, but it's not called Hackett and Whitting Motor Company. It's called Quevedo Pontiac. Even though it says Pontiac, but this thing is still there. This Indian head thing. This Fox movie theater is still there. Valley National Bank is gone. The dry cleaners is gone. It's no longer here. Now this is 1950. The papers are more older looking and very delicate. And the advertisements here in the 1950s is more geared to tobacco. Look at this. This is Arizona Wildcats. I like this kind of art here. This is what they look like playing football. You get a Golden Spike sports shirt for $4.95 at Steinfeld's. That's still here in Tucson. 10 checks were $1. Valley National Bank. Never even heard of it. Here's what cracks me up. Open them, smell them, and then smoke them. Chesterfield cigarettes. And there's the arena down at the U of A. Untested cats face Texans. There's some more Camel ads. Now this would, like I said, this would be very interesting if you were like into getting into advertisements and history. Very, very old. This is very thick. There's a lot of pages in there. The stories, the advertisements. Yeah, so here in 2020, nobody's really interested in talking about the University of Arizona, the Wildcats, or anything like that. Most of the people are up in Phoenix, talk about Phoenix more. Here's Philip Morris. They make it look like it's so tasty and satisfying. Here's another one. I like this cartoons. I like the Arizona Wildcat cartoon drawings. UA's tree ring dating is proved accurate by radioactivity test. There's a lot of talk about militaries too in the 1950s in these newspaper clippings. And check out these old cars, Chevrolet, right here, 1950s. There's a Coca-Cola advertisement there. Very, very cool. So, like I said, look, here's another ad for if you want good Mexican food, try Pancho's. Open them, smoke, smell them, and smoke them. I've been smoking cigarettes all wrong. I'm just kidding, I don't smoke. See how there's so many smoking advertisements? They got a blowfish smoking over there for camels. Check out this old car. Wildcats battle favorite cowboys. So I don't know if you can read any of this. I mean, you can always pause the video and stop it. A little lively leadership ought to straighten you out. So another wildcat. Here's another. Or intimate apparel. Yeah, so I'll spend days just checking this out, reading. See, this is what I showed at the beginning of the video right here. It says, for the first time in comic book history, Superman opposes Batman and Robin. One of the three will soon make a big splash in Memorial Fountain. The drawing is by sophomore Dave Brody, son of former cartoonist Steve Brody. Batman and Robin, 1950s artwork. I just found that very interesting. How to sabotage Americans' oil industry. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody would be interested in this kind of stuff. Oops, paper just tore again. It's look at this advertisement here. Be happy, go lucky. Look at her dress and her face. That's 1950s advertisement for you right there. What's this say here? Indian heirs. George Williamson, Madden Indian, left Hawaii is a peaceful powwow with his Indian brother Edward Jones, who was adopted into the Sioux tribe. Williamson has donned the clothes handed down to him by his grandfather, a full-blooded Mandan Indian. The two U of A students hold tomahawks, which are also peace pipes. I've never even heard of that type of Indian tribe before. And look at this dress right here. Look at that. That one cracks me up right there. Look at this genie. Greek conclave opens today on U of A campus. So now the papers turn different. Here's another be happy go lucky strike at. Money growing on trees. Oh, I just tore another piece. Gotta be very, very careful. My sister wanted to tear this stuff up and make, like I said, decoupage art too anyway, so. Tootsie Rolls, 5 cents. I told her first, let me make a video about it first before she does anything like that. Now, this says campus greets mom and dad, so this is what the University of Arizona looked like in the 1950s. It's huge. It says the stadium's way over here. So this would be more south, and this would be more towards Tucson. City of Tucson would be more this way, because the campus is in the back. I don't remember what streets they're on, but it says number 8 dancing performance. Where's number 8 at? Right here. It's a huge area. I've been to a couple of car shows down at the University of Arizona. It's a huge area, bigger than this drawing is. What is that? October 27, 1950. That's the date on this. Classified ads. Look at the classified. It's just a little short section right here. A lot of cigarette ads. There's not too much. Well, here's one right here. I was going to say Coca-Cola or Pepsi Cola ads. There's more cigarette ads than anything. Philip Morris cigarette ad. Look at this. All right, let me look through here. Oh, I like this old car right here. This old Chevy. Now you don't see this in newspapers anymore. Somebody holding this type of thing in their hands. Maker of marksman. It says a man who is an expert with a pistol to expect in an art of self-defense. I don't want to say the word because I don't want to be flagged, so that's why I spelled it. There's another ponchos. Oh, it must have been a good place. It no longer exists though. Jerry Lee. Hey. Psst. Jerry. What are you barking at, brother? He was barking out the window like crazy. Anyways, what I like about this old thing, you get to learn the history. I really like the old style advertisements. And like I said, the cartoons. I've only gone through half of this book here. I'm up to December 1950, and still looking at it. I've already gone through the whole 1947 book, but I haven't gone through all this yet. But this would probably take me forever to film, but I just wanted to show just little bits of what Arizona is like in the 1947s, 1950s, and 1948s. I don't know if anybody else likes this kind of stuff, but yeah, I guess Tucson was really popular with Chevrolets. I guess that's when I was growing up in the 70s. Like I said, I had a huge brass Chevy belt buckle because everybody was into Chevys in the 70s. And if you drove a Ford, everybody laughed at you. Not that I, you know, now I could care less Chevy Ford myself, but just look how the women dress. So I guess I'll end the video here because I don't want to be in too long. But you know, if you like this kind of stuff, you know, let me know. Look at these moccasins. Oh man, when I was a kid, I wanted moccasins so bad. In the 50s, I guess everybody else wanted moccasins too. Leave me a comment down below if you like these kind of videos. If you like learning about Arizona. Like I said, I love Arizona. I like Tucson more than Phoenix. The reason is because Phoenix is way too crowded, and it's too much like Los Angeles. Tucson, as you can see, even from the 1947s to the 50s, it really hasn't grown very much as far as city-wise. I mean, the houses and stuff like that have spread out to even out here where I live out in the country. They're starting to come out towards this area. Cat set to storm New York Garden. 1951. So this book covers 1950s, 1951 also. Yeah, if you want to read something, just, you know, pause it and then, oops, just ripped another page. There's some pages that aren't even, like this one is not even connected, it falls out. So, you know, I don't want anybody leaving me a comment yelling at me about it. 15 checks for $1 at Southern Arizona Bank and Trust Company. They're not even around anymore. Oh, look at this. Student turns junk into supermodel T. Will it run? They ask him. No, of course not. Bill Clark Jr., mine student, replies, we just push it around for laughs. You see, the Clark's Model T is actually a composite of all the models that Ford put out between 1917 and 1925. Clark simply found himself a bare spot of ground, collected what was junk to some people, and started building an automobile. And you could probably pause that and then just read it. That's pretty cool. I've hiked in the desert where I actually found a car like this all banged up and shot in this wash in the middle of the desert. Alright, well, if you like I said, if you like these kind of videos, remember to give me a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free. And leave me a comment down below. I read all comments that YouTube allows me to see. And if the Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Happy trails. Get it down.